Hey beauties, welcome back. So today's video is a little bit different. We are going to be doing makeup together, but most importantly, we're going to be testing out Charlotte Tilbury's newest setting spray. This right here is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, and you guys know I love the Airbrush Flawless Setting Powder. So when I saw this going around on TikTok, I knew I had to try it, specifically because it claims to basically be transfer resistant, and I really wanted to put that to the test for you guys and for myself personally, because if this spray can be transfer resistant, then that means I don't have to worry about using transfer resistant products underneath. So we will be testing all of that out today, as well as kind of getting ready together. I really hope you guys enjoy the video, and hopefully we found a gem. I mean, I know the end result, but you guys stay tuned to find out whether or not this setting spray will make your makeup transfer resistant. That sounded very crime junkie-ish, but let's get into it. So I already primed my skin today, so we are going to skip primer, but I am going to tell you what I used. I used two different ones. So I used the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip as well as the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and I realized I am about to hit pan on this, which is like mind-blowing. It's pretty crazy, honestly. So those two, and the reason why I did that is because I wanted to give it a little bit of time to actually like sink in, especially because I'm a little behind on filming today. So we are going to jump right into foundation, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. This is the Maybelline Superstay Foundation, and this is in the shade Golden Dore, which is number 312. And I'm just going to put a pump or two on the back of my hand because I really do not need that much to kind of achieve the coverage that I want. So I'm just going to start stamping that on my skin. Also, before I went in with this foundation, I also went ahead and used a little bit of the Nars Soft Matte Concealer to kind of spot conceal and cover up any dark marks. Because if you guys have seen my skin without any makeup on it, I have scarring. So as you guys can see, pretty good coverage. You guys know I do really enjoy this foundation. Honestly, it's my favorite of all the Maybelline products. I may have said that in the last video, but just reiterating again, I really do like this formula and just the way that it wears on the skin. So that should be good enough. A pretty light layer, but it does cover a lot. So that's good enough for me. I'm honestly not going anywhere today, but I really want to try this setting spray just to see if it will really like keep my makeup in place. So next I'm going to use the concealer, and I'm just going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I'm just going to put this underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, above my lip, but I'm not going to put it on my forehead just because it's a brightening concealer and I don't want to emphasize the texture that's up there, so I'll use a different concealer for that. So for my forehead, I'm just using a little bit of the Fenty concealer, just a little bit, not too much. And then I'm gonna take my sponge and just blend all of this out. Sometimes I go on with the brush, sometimes a sponge. This one's like really easy to blend out with the sponge or a brush. So for the darker concealer, I'm using a different side of the sponge just because I really don't want to get the brightening concealer in this area. I really want to make sure that it's pretty much concealed and that, you know, it's not emphasizing the texture like I said. And then I just go in with the sponge under the eyes. So now everything is blended in, and now we are going to move into cream contour. Now, last video you guys saw I used something different, so I'm going to use that same product, which is the Milani Conceal and Perfect, because I really did enjoy this, but I am going to apply a little bit at a time instead of putting it everywhere. I'm going to just tap it on one half of my face first, blend this in, and then go ahead and apply it to the other sections of my face. So using my Morphe sponge, I'm just going to tap this in place and just kind of blend this out. It does look a little muddy at first, but it does come together. And I probably could have used less product over here. I kind of went a little ham, but we can fix that. Since we haven't applied any powder or anything, I can either like really try to blend it out as much as I can, or I can go back in with a little bit of foundation on top just to lighten it, so that way it's not so intense. But as you see, as you like press it out, it just like dissipates more and more and just blends in better with the skin. So even though it seems like a lot, it's really not. So now that that's pretty much blended out, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Now, keeping in mind that I probably put a little too much on the right side of my face, I'm gonna try to do less over here. So we're gonna go in with like that. So that should be like the perfect amount, but we will see. I'm just gonna start blending. So I'm gonna go ahead and do things a little bit differently. Instead of applying my powder to set my face first, I'm actually gonna go ahead and use my bronzer first. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Color Iconic bronzer. This is in Sunset Striptease. And I'm just gonna apply this with my big fluffy brush that I kind of always use to apply my bronzer. Sometimes I like to do this, go in with bronzer before powder, just to set the cream contour, but I don't know, to me, you use kind of in a sense less product when you do this because you're actually using the bronzer to set this part, so you don't necessarily need to go on top of it with like a translucent powder. But you can do it the normal way if you choose. Up to you, but I do like this. Now to set everything down, I am gonna go ahead and use my Milk Makeup setting powder. This is in translucent medium. So I'm gonna take a nice amount of this. And of course I'm going to tap it on the back of my hand because I don't want, you know, like a whole bunch of product. I don't want it to be cakey or anything. I'm just gonna lightly and precisely tap this underneath my eyes. Now, not only am I using this powder to set my under eyes, but I'm also gonna set my T-zone as well, because those are known areas where I get oily and I wanna make sure it's all set. So now that we have that all set, I am gonna go in with the second powder. This one I have not used in a while, but this is the Sephora Micro Smooth powder. This one, the Charlotte Tilbury, any of those powders all kind of work the same. So I'm just gonna use this just to kind of set down here a little bit. And a little on my forehead as well. So for blush, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Natasha Denona Blush Trio. As you guys can see, I have neutral beige and a different, more highlighted shade here. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this one right here just to apply to my cheeks and my nose. You guys know I like to apply my blush on the outer part of my cheek, not so much in, but I also put it on my nose as well. So before we get to our lips, we are now going to set our face. And this is the part that I'm pretty sure all of you, if not majority of you, are here for, given the title. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It's Party All Night, Stay All Day from Charlotte Tilbury, and we are gonna set our face with this. So this is the packaging. This is kind of like in the same line with the Airbrush Flawless setting powder that she has, that I actually own, and it's pretty pricey. So I went ahead and got the travel size because I don't know how this spray is gonna perform, and instead of investing all that money into a full-size bottle that I may or may not use, I just went ahead and got the smaller bottle. So we're gonna go ahead and spray our face down with this, but before we do, let's go ahead and get into some specifics. So I have pulled up some specifics on my phone. So straight from the Sephora website, which I'll have over here as well, it does say that it is a hydrating, alcohol and oil-free spray that is weightless. It's supposed to set your makeup for 16 hours, and it's not supposed to allow your makeup to melt, fade, or settle into fine lines, which is pretty big claims. Also, it states that it is a multitasking, lightweight spray that provides the perfect canvas for makeup application and instantly locks in your look with a flawless, pore blurring finish. It also features a delicate, fresh floral scent, so I'm not sure like how strong that scent is, which I will let you guys know, because if you don't like scents and it's strong, you may not like it. Also, in time, it does say that the product improves makeup longevity. It creates a weightless veil, and the product weightlessly sets your makeup. So we will put all of this to the test. Now I am gonna spray it now. I'm gonna also use my fan to really help me lock in the moisture from the spray. I'm gonna go in twice with this. I'm gonna spray it once. I'm gonna use my fan to like use my sponge as well to like press it into my skin like I would do any other setting spray that I use, and then I'll spray it again and kind of let it dry on its own, and then we will apply our lip and test it at the end to see if we have any makeup transfer. So this is what it looks like outside of the packaging. Again, I got the smaller version, and it's a plastic bottle. So let's go ahead and see the spritz on this first and foremost. Okay, seems pretty fine. It does have a little bit of a floral smell, but it's not strong. Like I literally had to smell my hand to smell that. Okay, I smell the floral scent, but again, it's not intense. So if you don't like scents or smells, I don't think it would really bother you. So now I'm going to use my fan and my sponge, as I said before, to kind of press it into the skin. Okay, so that's the first spray. Did it blur my skin? Let me know if you guys think that it blurred my skin a little bit, like in this area. I'm not sure. I can't really tell, honestly. I'll be able to tell more during editing, and I'll kind of leave my opinion like up here somewhere, but I can't really tell. I'm not sure. I don't want to say it did and then it didn't, but you guys let me know down in the comments down below. So like I said, I am gonna spray it once more and just kind of let this second round dry on its own, because we are gonna move into the lips. So as that's drying, let's get into some lip products. I'm gonna line my lips using the Milani Understatement lip liner, and this one is in the shade Saucy Toffee, and it's just a nice brown shade that's just so smooth. So I am going to precisely line my lips with this, and I'm just going to use this little mirror. Now that we have that, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this one is in Sweet Tooth, and I'm going to place this in the center of my lips and then use the brush to kind of blend out. Alright, so lips are done, makeup is dry. Now for the moment of truth, I've decided to get a little paper towel and let's tap our face. Oh, that's my lipstick. You guys look. Nothing. I'm kind of impressed. honestly. Like, I'm literally like pressing my face, so it's not like I'm not. Nothing. Wow, I'm impressed. Alright you guys, so this is the end of today's video. I'm pretty impressed with the setting spray. I say go ahead and go out and get you a little mini one and test it for yourselves. But you guys saw here, like literally was pressing my face against this napkin. Nothing is coming off. So this is something I would definitely put in my everyday makeup bag, and I will use it and pull it out specifically for the times where I'm getting ready and I'm doing a full beat and I'm going out to dinner and I know I have to kind of like wear a mask in between. I think that'll be the perfect setting spray to use to really lock and set everything into place, instead of trying to find products that are not gonna be very transferable or transfer resistant completely. It just saves me from that whole process. I can use whatever makeup I want and then just set everything down with that spray. I'm really impressed. Hopefully you are too. Let me know if you've tried this makeup setting spray down in the comments down below. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.